how that worked out with
Oh yeah, the guy can't throw a pick.
But I am glad that you did
Setting records.
You did bring up Sam Darnold and Jayden, because they should be easily switched. And in the spirit, you don't agree with that?
Well, I want to hear it.
Well, in the spirit of the rich tapestry, let's just talk about some of the things that Jayden's done now. First 10-win season since 2012. Best start since 1991. They were 4-13 last season. The Vikings, now they won 13 games 2 years ago. So it's a pretty good organization, pretty good coaching staff. Vikings have better weapons. Vikings have a better defense. They're second in scoring defense, where Washington's 18th in points allowed. So let's look at them head to head here. And so completion percentage, Jayden's better. Total yards per game, Jayden's better. And you're saying, wait, total TDs, Sam's better, which he is, but he's also a lot worse in turnovers. He's got significantly more turnovers than Jayden has. So then let's just talk about last week. Okay, so last week, Sam throws 3 touchdowns against the 17th ranked defense. Jayden throws 5 touchdowns against the number 1 ranked defense.
Sure.
I think that's pretty significant. And then you have the wow factor, where this is what, the 3rd time this season where Jayden's done what a lot of people weren't sure, and typically rookie quarterbacks can't do. But let's also just take a look at Jayden over the last 3 games. I know that Nick likes to see the complete picture. So over the last 3 games, they're averaging over 30 points a game. Every single category he's improved in, and I don't know how you can compare the two. And I guess you just have a soft spot for Sam.
Well,
I mean, he has been doing it for 7 years longer than Jayden has, but whatever.
Can I tell you the truth, Coach?
Tell me the truth.
I've been accused at times being more than a Sam Darnold skeptic, Sam Darnold critic.
Sure.
Someone that said I wasn't gonna be.
Sam Darnold hater?
Haters probably. I don't talk about him enough to be a hater, but I certainly wouldn't be considered a Sam Darnold fan.
Called him a pumpkin.
And it's possible I overcompensated. You made a very compelling
That was a great argument.
You just made a great argument, and as I think I've proven,
it must be the holiday
over the
season.
course of the mountain, if
is
someone makes a compelling argument that makes me say, wow, we got that wrong, or I got that wrong, I should reconsider, I'm open to doing it. So, Coach, I might have gotten that wrong, I should reconsider. I wonder if these guys can make equally compelling arguments.
Okay. Yeah, Jayden Daniels has been balling. Jayden Daniels has been a top quarterback in the NFL this season. Like, it's still funny to me that we still struggle to accept that as a truth statement. I mean, even if we just go off of PFF, we can see Jayden Daniels, just his offensive rating as a whole, is top 5. Just below Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. And if we just do passing, he's a top 4 passer behind just Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. I mean, it's just been pretty amazing. And ironically, running is where he actually drops down ever so slightly. But he's, a higher rated runner than Lamar Jackson, but also somehow below Brock Purdy. So, that's a little tough one. The problem is when you don't run as much and you run in a more limited, your ranking can kind of stay high. And once it gets there, it can kind of stay there. So that's why some of those things kind of have to be put into, perspective. But that's why you can never just go 100% by the stats, which I'm, a broken record about. But again, it's just use your eyes. Just look at what Jayden Daniels has been doing. And I'm not trying to say that Jayden Daniels should necessarily switch with Sam Darnold, because I don't think that's necessarily what the concern is. It's just the undervaluing what Jayden Daniels has been able to do. Because right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So you have him as the 9th best quarterback. And again, if we're just talking about strictly this year, what he's been doing, because again, we saw what he did with Caleb on the mountain and what he's been doing. Caleb has an okay, good, averagey game against the Lions, and he talks it up like it was this big time thing. Jayden Daniels actually leads the Commanders to a massive win versus the Eagles, plays awesome, is being a superhero. Like Nick said actually in the NFC that there's no team, I think he said outside of Stafford, no one in the NFC has a superhero quarterback. Everyone's a civilian. Jayden Daniels is a superhero. Just because you didn't know who he was, just because he doesn't have the track record, doesn't mean that he's not a superhero. He's proven that in multiple games. In literally multiple games. And just use the most recent game against the Eagles. The 3rd down and 4th down conversions. Winning with his legs and his arm. In key, important, situational, big time, gotta have it moments. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? I got news for you. And again, I think Justin Herbert's a top quarterback. But with how that team is constructed, Jayden Daniels would elevate that team. He'd elevate that team. He just would. I firmly believe that. I think also how that team is constructed for the Rams. He would elevate the Rams. Not as much maybe right now because of getting Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and stuff like that. But I think Jayden Daniels would have in theory been able to potentially eke out a couple other wins with those weapons gone. Because we've seen what he's done without weapons. That's the extra layer that Jayden Daniels brings. Now, I do not think Jayden Daniels would elevate the Bengals or elevate the Bills or elevate the Detroit Lions. I don't think that he's going to elevate the Ravens. You can make the argument for the Chiefs, and that's not an indictment on Patrick Mahomes at all. It's just Patrick Mahomes does not rely on his physical body as much as he used to. We saw it a little bit against the Texans, but that's obviously not his game anymore. And we obviously see what Jayden Daniels does with his legs and his body and his athleticism and his speed. So it's just different. And again, the Bengals don't need that out of Joe Burrow. The Bengals need an elite, ruthless pocket passer who can just attack you. And that's Joe Burrow's superpowers. So, but yeah, man, Jayden's been balling. It's kind of funny that he had like a few game stretch where he wasn't like just spectacularly elite. Whether it was because of injuries, because of whatever, it doesn't even matter. But it was just a small little lull. And yet people are just kind of like already back to sleeping on Jayden Daniels. Like he hasn't proven to everyone just how special he is. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jayden Daniels being, I guess, the 9th best? Because it is left to right. He keeps joking that it's not, but it is. It is. Being the 9th best quarterback in the NFL, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Thanks so much, and see you next time.